that was a bright light. Right in the middle where they are. Wow. See that light?
It's a bit bright, isn't it? Can you turn the lights on? Okay, welcome to Old Trafford. The manager and Chris Smalling are here to take your questions. If you'd like to put your hand up, we do have simultaneous translation.
You can't see it, can you?
Can we turn the lights down?
That light is... Wow.
Hi, Ole.
Yeah, hi.
Eric Bailly, Ander Herrera and Emmanuel Matic and Antonio Valencia weren't trained this morning. Are they out of the game, or is there a slight chance some of them could be back?
We still hope maybe that Nemanja can be ready, and Ander probably out, but Eric and Antonio definitely out. Yeah.
Ollie, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Simon.
Ollie, I was just going to ask. Marcus Rashford started the session doing some individual work.
Yeah.
How's his fitness? Obviously, he had that ankle thing.
He needed the extra warm up, and hopefully he won't get a reaction. He joined parts of it at the end, but he couldn't join the boxes, which is a fun part of training. So let's see tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be ready.
Ollie, I think we've been saying every week it's your biggest game. This probably is. How much of a step up is it, and how beneficial has the week been to prepare for it?
Every game's the biggest game. The next one is always the biggest. But of course, when you get a Barcelona with the history and traditions of that club, with the quality of their team and individuals, we know we need to step up our game. We know we need to perform at our best level, which we didn't against the PSG in the home game. But I think the outcome of the second leg has given players belief, supporters belief that it is possible against the Barcelona team as well.
Chris, as a defender, is facing Lionel Messi something to be worried about or something to enjoy?
No, something to relish, I think. I mean, this season, been lucky enough to face, like you say, Ronaldo and Mbappe, and they're all challenges that I think I definitely relish, and I think players at this club relish, and now I say bring it on.
Can I speak in Spanish? Can you Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that one? So we can...
Channel 1.
Hola, Ole. Quería preguntarte, hoy nos sorprendió ver a Alexis Sánchez en el entrenamiento. Quería preguntarte cómo estaba, si ya puede jugar o cuándo podría volver. Gracias.
Yeah, first training session today with the team. He's done lots of recovery work and is injury free. So now he'll step up, train with the team, probably in the squad for West Ham on Saturday, and then let's see how much if he plays. But he's not going to be able to join in tomorrow.
Hola, sí, señor Solskjaer, aquí Joan Poquí de Mundo Deportivo. Me gustaría preguntarle si ha preparado usted algún plan especial para vigilar o frenar a Leo Messi.
Well, what kind of plan can you have to stop one of the best players in the world? I think we, as Chris says, we're looking forward to relish the opportunity. But this season we played against Juventus, Ronaldo, PSG with Mbappe. We've had Chelsea and Neymar, Hazard. Neymar didn't play against us. I think the better an opponent, Suarez as well. Suarez and Coutinho and Messi, they'll keep our defenders on their toes. So let's see how we manage tomorrow. Yeah.
Spanish.
Okay,
yeah.
Hola, mister.
Yeah.
Buenas. Al señor Solskjaer. Querría preguntar, hay un jugador que ha sido muy noticia en las últimas semanas, que es Paul Pogba. Hoy France Football publica en portada que lo ven con pie y medio en el Real Madrid. ¿Cuál es su sensación? ¿Cree que Pogba puede salir del equipo a final de temporada? ¿Confía en que se quede en el Manchester? ¿Le ve en el Real Madrid? ¿Cuál es su sensación, señor Solskjaer?
Paul is looking forward for tomorrow. He's a Man United player. He's one of our, of course, big performance on a big stage. He knows the game against PSG was not his greatest moment, so he is only focused on playing well tomorrow against Barcelona, and I cannot see him not playing for Man United next season either.
Mr.
Spanish again.
Dani Gil para la
I need to
cadena
step
COPE.
up my,
Hace unos años Pep Guardiola, cuando entrenaba al Bayern de Múnich, dijo que el talento de Messi es incontrolable. ¿Piensa usted lo mismo?
You should ask Chris. Have you played against him before? He is a fantastic player, and he will go down in the history as one of the best individual players ever. I have to say, he will be difficult to stop, but it's never impossible. It's not like it's Messi against Manchester United. Suarez, Coutinho, Rakitic, Vidal. There's so many good players. We cannot just focus on one player. We know we have to play against 11 of them.
Hi, Ole. You're in a period now where there's a lot of speculation around players, as mentioned, and unsure contract situations. In what way does that affect you and the squad, and is it disturbing in a period like this?
Not at all, because we're all focused on this game, and contract talks will just go on with players later. Now everyone's just focused on the game tomorrow, looking forward to it, knowing that we can create a special atmosphere here. Like we played against, not long ago we played PSG, disappointed ourselves, then we played Liverpool. The atmosphere here was unbelievable, and of course we'll need that. We'll need a crowd in a game like this, because that is something special. I know the gaffers spoke about it before, and I've enjoyed those nights playing at Old Trafford on the knockout stage, floodlights, hopefully a little bit of rain will make for a special evening.
Hi, Ole Gunnar.
Hey.
You played Barcelona here in '98 and drew 3-3. Ferguson said it was a perfect game of football. Do you think it can be a similar story tomorrow?
I think there's two teams that do carry goal threats. Of course, there are some fantastic attacking players on display, but then again, there's defenders there that are absolutely quality. So we drew 3-3 away from home as well. So if we could get a 6-6 and a penalty shootout at Nou Camp, I think everyone would be happy. And then, but I wouldn't say that these teams don't score goals. I think both teams have got their in them to score goals, and we know we have to defend well against them to stand a chance, and we will.
Ollie, Chris, question to both of you. It's been a little while since Manchester United had a tie like this at the quarter-final stage of the Champions League. What does it mean to both of you personally to be involved in this sort of match again?
Well, I think, like you say, you work so hard to get into those Champions League places like last season, and we're working now to obviously get third this season, and these are the ties that you look forward to, and all the hard work in the group stage is what it's about. So we as players, we're all itching just to be on that field and show what we can do.
Well, you talked about the belief that the win over PSG has given the team in this competition. Bearing in mind where you are in the league at the moment, could getting into the Champions League, could your best bet be winning this competition this season?
We have given ourselves a great chance to challenge for the top 4 positions with the results we've had since just before Christmas, and no one would have thought that. Now, of course, Champions League is possible. We can go on to win it, but whoever's going to win this will have some luck, will have some margins, will have to perform at the best. And I wouldn't say winning Champions League is easier than becoming top 4. We're not that far behind top 4 now.
Also, Gerard's had some great tussles with Barcelona down the years. Have you tapped into his knowledge at all ahead of tomorrow night?
Well, I think all my experiences and over the years with Barcelona, watching Barcelona, of course, admiring the team, the quality they've got, you've always looked at what will you do against them. So we're ready, and of course I've discussed Barcelona with the gaffer since we went through, and the draw was made, but nothing, no details really.
Okay, Neil.
Ole, you said ahead of the PSG tie that you just wanted your team to hang in there, maybe to the last 10-15 minutes in the second leg.
Yeah.
Would that be the case with this as well?
Champions League, they throw up so many strange results, and last year they were 4-1 up after the home game. They lost 3-0 away to Roma. I think Barcelona, more than anyone, they lost 4-0 to PSG, then they won 6-1, did they? So I think it's not going to be decided until we play 90 minutes in the new camp, and of course there's we just have to make sure that we perform to our best and want to have a result to bring over to Barcelona, of course.
Obviously, after a great start, you had 3 losses in 4 games. Has the mood in the group changed? Question to both of you. And how is the confidence now going into this big game?
Confidence is high. As I said, the result and what we did against PSG and how we've climbed the table now in clawing back points. I think the players have given themselves and the supporters great confidence and belief that we can do this. Of course, games, you lose games. We lost a couple of games that we should have won. The Wolves in the FA Cup, that's the one that we disappointed ourselves. But we won games that we maybe didn't deserve to win. So that's just, you cannot control the result. But the players, I can feel the tension, definitely. Excitement. Training today and yesterday, you can see that there's players there wanting to play. I felt the mood before the PSG home game was a little bit different, a bit more, because we'd won so many games. I think now we've learned from that PSG game. Players have talked about it, how we got dragged into making fouls, how European football is. You've got to be more, patient in your tackles, because some of these players will have some tricks up the sleeve, streetwise players, So we've learned from that game. Chris, that was a long answer, then you can do the short one.
Ole, with that in mind, you talk about them patience and tackles. I think you've got 5 players in your squad that would be a booking away from a suspension for the return. How much does that play in your mind then, in terms of how you set the team up, how you get them to approach, this first leg?
I don't think that it doesn't matter if you get a yellow card. If you go for the ball, you go for the ball, and if you don't get it, you get a yellow card. Roy Keane was the best example on how to react if you know you're gonna be out of the next game. What he did in the semi-final before the final. But then again, we know we can't give fouls away. How many goals has Messi scored free kicks from just outside the box? So of course we've got to be careful. Of course the referees can't buy little things. We weren't lucky with the ref against PSG, where they should have had a man sent off. So we just hope for some luck there as well.
Ole, you mentioned Paul earlier not having a great moment against PSG in the previous game. Is this the kind of game and stage where you want him to inspire and lead like Messi does for Barca?
Yeah, it's not about one player standing. Everyone has to perform at the best level. But at Paul's best, he can run a game like this. And that's what you expect for him, that he really puts his stamp on a game like this. Yeah, I expect Chris to defend really well. That's his job. Paul's job is to be the creator, when we win the ball, that he drives forward. So, of course, I expect him to perform tomorrow.
Okay, last 2 questions. One here, and James.
Buenos días. El último sábado usted estuve en el Camp Nou viendo el partido entre el Barcelona y el Atlético de Madrid. Viendo aquel partido y considerando la eliminatoria, ¿entiende que sería un buen resultado llegar vivos con un empate hasta los últimos minutos del partido del Camp Nou? Y para eso es trascendental mantener al Barça lo máximo alejado de su portería en el partido de mañana.
Of course, we want to. I thought Atletico Madrid played really well the first half an hour before they got the sending off. but they've got moments of magic, of course. At any point of the game, you have to concentrate. So wherever we are, if we're just defending outside our box or if we're pressing high, you have to concentrate for 90 minutes plus the extra time. Because if you drop your concentration against these players for a second, you'll get punished and they will create a chance. So it was nice. It was good to go there to see live. It always is. And I know that we will give it a go.
Para Ole, tú coincidiste con Gerard Piqué como futbolista. Creo que llegasteis a coincidir en el primer equipo. ¿Qué recuerdo tienes de ese Gerard Piqué? ¿En qué crees que ha cambiado? ¿Y qué influencia crees que tiene en el Barça actual? Y sobre todo, ¿por qué crees que no llegó a consolidarse en el United, en ese United tuyo?
Gerard, I used to play with him. So I played here in a reserve final at Old Trafford. I scored, Gerard scored. We won 2-0 against Tottenham. Kieran McKenna played. Our coach played in that game. So I don't know if that tells you how young I am or how old Gerard is. It depends. You can translate that as you want. But he was a fantastic boy. He came to United as a young boy. We had lots of belief in him. Him and Giuseppe Rossi came together. He was maybe unlucky because he was here when arguably one of the best centre-back partnerships in the world with Rio and Nemanja Vidic played here. So he didn't get the chances that he probably deserved. So cultured, can read the game, great in the air. Very good boy to have in the dressing room, with always smiling, joking, great lad. I know he's not fond of needles, so maybe we should put a needle out for him. I'm just happy to have seen how he progressed in his career and how many trophies he's won, and it'll be nice to meet him again. It's a few years ago since I've seen him, so but hopefully we can make him feel old and not me young.
Last question.
Chris, the man just talked about belief. I don't think anyone in the room thought you'd be sat here talking about a quarter-final when PSG were drawn out the hat. You beat them. What did that do? He took the belief. What did it do about thinking that you should be here, you deserve to be here, and you could spring another surprise?
Yeah, I think we showed what a collective and what the work that we've done over the last few months, that it can result in performances against the best teams in the world. So we was all watching the draw before we were going out for training, and when we saw it was Barcelona, you could see the smiles on people's faces because it's another challenge put in front of us, and now we'll go head on.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you. Hasta mañana.
Charlie, should we go out and yeah. On the board?